Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your love, support, sharing, subscribing, commenting under all my videos. This video is going to be a continuation of my money talk series. If you haven't watched that video, it's going to be linked up somewhere here or at the end of the video or in the description bar below. So this is going to be episode 2 of Money Talks with Annie, and in this video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about apps which could help you save money, or apps that are really good with, helping you saving money or getting money in some sense. I put it that way. So if that's what you're interested in, and if you want to know more about, easy ways for you to save money through apps, then stay tuned and watch this video. So I'm going to be talking about 8 apps, and the first one I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to write the name down here or there, because I don't know if it's called Capital, but it's with a QA, or Copit. If you know how it's pronounced, please just tell me. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about that app, and that's one app I have actually started using. I'm actually currently using about 4 of the apps I'm going to mention, or 4 or 5 of the apps I'm going to mention. So I actually do know how it works, if that makes sense. And then the other ones I've looked at and seen how it works, but it just wasn't really for me, because some of them actually overlap, but it just depends on what fits you better or what you like. Okay, so for this one, it basically helps you to save money through your bank. So all these apps, you link your bank accounts to it. So let's say I link. So for this one, I've linked my bank account, and you have the option of you have the option of actually putting how you want to save money. So for me now, I do this thing called round up. So for every expense I pay, or for every time I use my card, the app rounds it up to the nearest dollar and automatically takes it and saves it for me. So it puts it in a savings account for me. So if I continuously spend my card, the app rounds it up. You can also decide to make like a weekly, I think it's a weekly and a monthly target of how much you want to spend that week. If you end up spending less, any money that you've put in the budget will be sent, straight into the savings account. So you don't really have to be thinking so much about how to save money when you have that kind of app, because it basically does the savings for you. Next one I'm going to be talking about will be called Truebill, and this one is strictly, or not strictly, but mainly for subscriptions. So you know how you have like your Netflix, all your other subscriptions, that you have your iTunes, everything. On this app, it puts everything on there for you. So it checks your bank account, sees the payments you're making, and puts up all the subscriptions on there. So it reminds you when subscriptions are coming up, calculates how much is estimated for you to spend each month, and basically tracks it for you. And if there's like any change in subscription, or if they're automatically charging you higher, the app kind of helps you, set it back to the normal price. It lets it notifies you if you've been overcharged for a bill, also helps you get the money back. So this one is mainly for subscriptions, and I find that this is really good for someone who has a lot of subscriptions. Like, if you have your Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, all of that, is better for you to have that app, so you're in track of everything, because sometimes you forget. And I'm one person who has started a subscription, and I want to cancel it, and then I forget about it. So with that app, you're able to see everything that you're subscribed to. The next one I'm going to talk about is Digits, and for this one, Digits, it's free for the first month, but then after that you pay $2.99. And something that's exactly like Digits is actually called Clarity Money. So if you don't want to spend $2.99, you can spend nothing with Clarity Money, and it's kind of similar for both of them. And for Digits and Clarity, what they do is they take out small amounts of money that you would not notice in your bank account. So on my Digits account, I checked it, and for this week, it took about $4.60 or something along the lines of that, and I genuinely didn't notice it was gone. And I know that's bad, but they just take out like $1 something, $2 something, and then they put it for you in a savings account. So if that's kind of thing you want, where it's just like small amounts going up, because to be honest, when it's like little, like I won't say little, but like £5, depending on where you are, $5, you don't really notice that as much as if $50 leaves your account. So with that one, you're not really noticing it, but at the same time you're still saving your money, because the money's still there for you anyways. But if you have like a goal, it's easier for you to use that kind of app to help you take the money off. So it's Digits and Clarity. The next one is Mint. And Mint kind of has everything, together. This one, it basically just checks your account. You're allowed to put up all your accounts, your checkings account, your savings account, all of that. And then it, checks through all the data and tells you how much is beneficial for you to spend in a month, or how much is beneficial for you to spend in a week. It creates a budget for you. It gives you a pie chart of you know, this amount of money is going in this place, this amount of money is going in this place, which is pretty cool. Like, you can check it out. I'll put all the details to everything and like the links to the app store in the description box. Description thingy, so you guys can look at it and see it. And so the next I'm going to talk about will be daily budget, which is, like the name says, it's just for budgeting. So in this app, what they do is that when you log in, because I remember when I logged in, they asked me what was my salary, so what my yearly income. They asked me all my bills, how much I pay monthly, my rent. They asked me how much I plan to save. They asked me a few other questions, and then with all that, so basically for each month, so for me, I can't remember how much it was for each month, but for each week, they gave me $23 to spend each week. No, $23 to spend each day. Because they gave me $23 to spend each day. And with that $23, before they, like when I first started, they gave me like a higher amount, and then when I continuously put, okay, I have my water bill due, I have this bill, then it kept on reducing because they take money out each day to make up for the water bill and all the things you just pay at the end of the month. So like my daily budget now reduced to $23. So on that app, I should be spending $23 a day, which most of the time I don't even spend up to $23 a day, because I mean, I don't really do anything except weekends. So it kind of works for me. So with daily budgeting, that's really, really good for someone who just wants to like know exactly where the money is going to, and also wants to be strict on what they spend the money on, because it notifies you, it tells you like, yo babe, like your money is going. What's it called, the capital, that one, the first one I mentioned, it actually sends you text messages telling you that your account balance has gone from this to this, and your recent transactions were like, so like today I actually got a text saying like, oh hey, your recent transactions were at Ralph's and Lyft, and then it wrote the amount of money spent. And to me, it was just like, normally I wouldn't know all these things because it's not something that you check all the time, but we've seen that, I'm just like, oh, I probably should have spent that money. So I find like this kind of apps just help you to be on target and, you know, keeps you grounded. And the last app I'm going to be talking about today is going to be Stash. And that one is something new which I have started using. And this one is pretty interesting because it's not necessarily a place for you to just keep money or to write, okay, I'm going to save this amount of money today, but it's more like an investment. So with Stash, you put up all your details, you put everything, all the information that you need, you write, and then they ask you a few questions depending on like if you're like a risk taker, all that kind of thing, and then they tell you the kind of investments which are available for you. So this app is strictly for investments. So with that, you have your portfolio and you're able to look at different types of investments. So investments that help the world, investments that, and then it shows like Apple, Microsoft, all these like publicly traded companies, so the SP 500 companies, they're on there, and you're able to invest money in weekly, daily, depending on how much you want to invest. So that's another way of you saving. So if you're really good at investing and you know more about like, you know, all this kind of stuff like stocks, bonds, all the stuff, this app will be really cool for you. And even if you're like, you don't know anything, like me, I didn't really know much, it gives you like tutorials, it tells you how, you know, how to invest, it gives you options, it tells you what to do. Even today there was like I was looking through it and it was showing me like the kind of companies and stuff which like high risk and low risk and what their return is and stuff like that, and it explains to you if you like put in $30 a week, you end up investing 1,500, and with the way like SP 500 companies are over the years, it's shown that regardless of if it's up or down or whatever, there's always like a guaranteed 7% return or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it rightly, but you could end up getting like a lot of money from investing $30 a week, depending on how much you want to invest. So I've only tried it twice, but I'll tell you guys in my next money talk how that app is going and all the other ones. So I hope this video was kind of informative for you guys, and I'm going to try and like put in more information in the description bar and also on the screen as I'm talking. And if you actually have apps that you use to save, or you have other means of like ways that, you know, prompt you to, you know, be very strict on your expenses and save money, then let me know in the comment section below. I hope this video helped someone out there, and I'm going to try and make more videos like this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate everything, the love and support, and I will see you in my next video.